Yo, what is going on everyone? Omycodd here. Today I'm just kind of doing an update video, some of my thoughts on Forsaken, basically my pre-raid setup. It's not totally finalized yet, but we're just going to be kind of going through some of the stuff I have gotten in Forsaken, things I plan to do between now and Friday on the raid. By the way, I did get off a half day that day, so I'm going to be starting the raid probably right around 1 o'clock, and I found a few people to do it with, which is great. So first things first, I actually just ended up getting the full set of Reverie gear. I finally got the class item, which is the cloak for the hunter, obviously. Just take a minute to admire how nice that set of gear looks. I think it is one of the best gear sets, honestly, we've seen in Destiny 2 so far. This is obviously the Dreaming City gear. It comes with the mod Riven's Curse, which gives you more damage output. Also, it makes it so you take more damage, but the full damage buff is actually 25% more damage if you're wearing the full set, which now I do have the full set. Hoping to get the cloak and the chest piece leveled up a little bit more before the raid, but if not, we're sitting at 531 as of now, probably a little under leveled still, hoping to get to about 535 at least by Friday. So as in regards to my weapons, our highest weapons right now is a 532 Nameless Midnight, actually the Waking Vigil at 534, which is the Dreaming City hand cannon, and then a Sleepless, which is the Dreaming City rocket launcher at 534 as well. I actually just had this drop today. I got it earlier this week as well, but this one had way better perks on it. It had Cluster Bomb and Kill Clip, which is pretty dang good for any gun. Obviously Cluster Bomb's only on rocket launchers, but it's a pretty good roll. So, and I actually just got my first Forsaken exotic drop today. For those of you who don't know, I've complained about this quite a bit since Forsaken has come out. My first 3 exotics to drop, I got Shinobi's Vow, which is obviously a year 1 armor set. I got Prometheus Lens, which is obviously a year 1 exotic Pulse, or not Pulse, Trace Rifle, and then I got an Ace of Spades actually to drop, which I had already done the Ace of Spades quest, which I'm assuming why it can then drop as an exotic. So it was all 3 duplicates for my first 3 exotic drops in Forsaken. Today, finally, when turning in my bounty for the Wanted, the Powerful Gear Wanted bounty from the Spider, I actually got a 532 Celestial Nighthawk to drop. And I got a 531 Lord of Wolves, so it was a double exotic powerful gear drop from that. So finally got an actual Forsaken item that I didn't do from a quest, because Ace of Spades and the Chaperone primary exotic shotgun, those were both quest exotics, so not anything that dropped randomly. This Lord of Wolves finally did drop, and they were saying that they actually increased the drop rate for it, I believe, as of yesterday. And this is one of those exotics that you get from the Spider bounties specifically, I believe. So I got this from my powerful gear Spider bounty today. Super excited. This is obviously a weapon returning from D1. It's a automatic energy shotgun. Basically fires a 5-round burst, but you can hold that down and fire off all 30 shots pretty quickly. So yeah, that's pretty exciting, guys. In regards to some other stuff going on in Forsaken and just kind of my plan for the raid, I am probably going to try and keep my Whisper leveled up. Obviously, that's going to be probably a really good DPS option still for the bosses. So if I get any other heavy weapons to drop between now and then, I will probably be infusing them. Going into the raid initially, just with some of the initial encounters, we have no idea what to expect as of now, but probably won't need a major DPS machine unless it's something where we have a boss fight right off the bat, in which case, if I need to infuse this, I will, but I'm hoping I get another powerful weapon drop between now and then. I really actually enjoy this powerful, or this Dreaming City hand cannon. This is one that I've used a lot in Crucible. Plus, I just really like the look of the Dreaming City weapons. I think they look really nice, honestly. Kind of have the Ahamkara looking bones and then like the blue clawfish in there, so I think they're very nice looking. They're very powerful weapons too. This hand cannon didn't even have good perks that dropped with it. It was a pretty bad roll, but it's still a very good hand cannon. I did get the sniper to drop today as well. I'm not at a powerful gear level. This thing does have outlaws, so obviously that's going to be good on anything. Haven't tried it out yet. It's a low impact sniper, but it might be decent in certain situations. We'll have to hang on to it and see. I do have Lord of Wolves as an option to run. Again, I'll probably be running Whisper or Sleeper, some good DPS machine for the raid, so I have to find something to infuse into that between now and Friday, but I'm not super worried about it. Just some of the other weapons we've had drop. I guess obviously we have our Ace of Spades and Chaperone that we got through exotic quests. I did get this Toil and Trouble shotgun to drop from the Vanguard from Zavala today for my powerful gear from the Strikes. This Go Figure Pulse Rifle is a really good one. That's a random drop, I believe. Let's see what else. This subtle calamity bow is actually, I ended up getting rid of the primary bow that you get from the storyline because I got this energy bow to drop with rampage and explosive head. So it's an absolute beast of a bow. If you chain kills together, you'll keep that rampage at time 3. You're hitting your crits. You're pretty much one-shotting like every red bar out there. You can even one-shot some knights once you get the rampage to times 3 and you have the explosive head on there. So it's a really good bow in general. This right side of wrong is not bad. It has high impact reserves and outlaw, which anything with outlaw is going to be a pretty good option, honestly. This cut and run, I kept just because it was a higher light level. Might end up getting rid of it. It has rampage, but it's very slow firing, not very good at close ranges. The Vestian Dynasty, obviously the sidearm you get for completing part of the campaign. You get this from Petra. And this has Kill Clip and Dragonfly, just 2 really good perks in general, so obviously hang on to that. It will drop randomly as well. I've gotten like 3 of them to drop since, so if you do dismantle it, don't worry. It drops with fixed rolls, and it's pretty easy to get again. So Lord of Wolves, which I obviously just got today, like I said, and then why I'm even holding on to this tractor cannon, I don't know. I'm just going to dismantle it for now. But I think the biggest thing is having this full set of Riverie gear. I think this is really going to help me during the raid. Obviously, having that Riven's Curse perk is going to kind of stink on the damage taking side, but you don't take as much as it benefits you. You get a 25% damage bonus, and it doesn't hurt you that much. I don't know if anyone's tested how much increased damage you take. It's sort of hard to take to tell because you don't actually get damage numbers when you're receiving, obviously, but I'm sure someone will figure that out. So yeah, this is basically my loadout as of now. Whether or not I'm going to run Blade Barrage or Spectral Blades, I haven't really decided yet. Spectral Blades might be better, honestly, just for like cleaning out a lot of the Taken, but I really do enjoy Blade Barrage, so as of now, that's what we're going with. I do have this Celestial that dropped at 532 now, so if I need to put on Goldie for like DPS for a boss, that's definitely an option for me now, which is really nice without having to infuse and waste additional Masterwork cores, really, so... what else? So I do have a couple powerful gear quests still to do for the week. I do have to do my 3 story missions, and then I have to do my 100k Nightfall. And Bungie actually said today that anyone who got screwed over by the milestone reset, if you did them on Saturday, didn't get them to reset, and never got your powerful gear, those are going to reset as of Thursday. So tomorrow, at noon, I believe they're implementing a reset. So you should get those challenges to pop up again. So I'll be able to do my Gambit and Crucible challenges tomorrow, which is really nice. So that'll help me get 2 more sets of powerful gear at least. I have 2 more here, and then I have the clan one as well. So that's 5, and then I'll have the daily on Thursday and the daily on Friday. So 7 more pieces of powerful gear at least between now and the raid. And if we're sitting at 531, I think that should be enough. 7 pieces, we could probably get to about 535 if those are dropping where we need them to. So that's kind of my setup for now, guys. That's sort of how Forsaken has gone for me. I was starting to call it for broken just because the exotic drops were really pissing me off, but at the same time, you have to hand it to Bungie. They definitely made them way more desirable and way just rarer. Like, you get really excited. I got so excited when this dropped today because I've had 3 drops that were duplicates. So exotics in general are just dropping a lot more infrequently, or a lot less frequently. That's a better way to say that. I've probably logged about 30 plus hours in Forsaken, maybe 40 at this point, over the first week and a half or so, and I've gotten 4 exotic drops total, and this 4th one was finally giving me something I did not yet have. So 3 Forsaken exotics now, 2 of those being quest ones. We do have the full set of Reverie gear. I have the full set of Gambit gear as well. We can put that on here just to kind of show that off. Obviously, getting the full sets of Gambit, Vanguard, and Crucible gear give you an additional powerful gear quest that you can complete. So those are worth keeping if you're trying to get additional powerful drops before the raid. So I would recommend holding on to the Crucible stuff, Vanguard stuff, and Gambit stuff. I did get the complete Vanguard set today, so I went ahead and did a strike with that, and that was a pretty easy one. You get a piece of powerful gear just for completing the a single strike wearing the full Vanguard set. And then Crucible, I think I'm still waiting on the class item, which is obviously the cloak for the hunter. So once we get that, I will be able to hop in and complete that powerful gear quest as well. And that'll be about that. So I think the Crucible set looks really nice. We don't know what the class item looks like, obviously, or I personally don't, so we're just waiting on that. But I'm super pumped about having the full Riverie set prior to the raid. I think that's going to be super beneficial. So doing those powerful drops, or just anything that drops legendary gear in the Dreaming City, is going to be beneficial if you're trying to get the full Reverie set and get that Riven's Curse bonus before the raid launches. If you did complete your Oracle offerings, you actually get these Purification Ritual bounties, which will give you a Transcendent Blessing mod. And those mods actually will give you the damage buff that Riven's Curse does, but you don't have the negative side where you take more damage. So there's a possibility to get at least one of those, if not two, depending on what you had. This Corrupted Strike is not in game yet as far as we know, so unfortunately people that got that to drop will not be able to do that, but the killing the Ignites while Ascended in an Ascended challenge, that's doable. So I'm going to finish that tonight as well. Get that Transcendent Blessing mod so I can put that on one of my pieces, just so we're getting that damage buff without the negative side effects of that. So that's about it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Ironically ended right about 10 minutes. I was sort of just talking, didn't really plan any of that out. So I hope everyone's excited for the Last Wish raid on Friday. Like I said, I will be running with that with some people that I found tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to complete that on Friday. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you are excited for the Last Wish. What level are you guys at? What power level? What are you trying to get to before the raid? My goal is 535 as of now. I think that's pretty realistic. Hopefully we'll give us a good head start, since the recommended blight is 550, I believe. And we'll just have to see how it goes. So I will see you guys on Friday. I have that stream scheduled, so you can go ahead and see that. I believe I have it scheduled for 1:30. If I get on earlier, I absolutely will. I just don't want to be later than the scheduled time. So I will see you guys Friday.